I'm Ricky the Superfoodist. Today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect weight management breakfast. It's going to be a smoothie, it's going to be delicious, it's going to keep your metabolism going, kick-started in the morning, and also help to keep you fuller for longer. I'm going to use one of my favourite ingredients, which is berries. And I'm going to use a selection of berries. I've chosen some frozen berries. They're more economical, and often if they're snap frozen at the site of production, all the nutrients are still in there, so they're just as good as the fresh. I'm going to use some blueberries. I love anything that stains the fingers or the hands purple or red. Wonderful, wonderful for the immune system. So not only are we getting something that's great for weight management, we're getting something that's going to help stimulate the body's immune function and help you in times of coughs, colds, flus, etc. if you can get some nutrient density in there. I'm going to use some raspberries. Notice I'm just using 1 or 2 tablespoons or dessert spoons of each of the berries, and then I'm going to throw in a nice collection of mixed berries. It's got the blackberries in there. I'm after all the different pigments, the reds, the purples, the blues, the blacks. They're just so wonderful, as I said, for immune function. Now to that, I just want to add some greens. I'm going to use some English spinach. Now English spinach, it's a superfood in its own right. Often we think we have to use a lot of exotic superfoods from the Amazon or something, for example. But in here, you've got nutrient density, you've got something that's wonderfully rich in antioxidants. Again, going to fight free radicals in the body and help to boost immune function. I'm putting it in here as well because it lowers something called the glycemic load. Now the glycemic load of foods is where if you've got a low glycemic load, you'll feel steady. You won't have blood sugar spikes going up and down. And that means to you in terms of behaviour that you're going to be less moody, your cognitive function is going to be a little bit more with it, you're also less likely to crave, and as I said, that feeling of fullness is there because we want a feeling of fullness if we're having a weight management drink or a weight management smoothie. Now to that I'm going to use today some coconut milk, unsweetened coconut milk. Now you can use unsweetened rice milk, you can use unsweetened coconut water. I've gone for the coconut milk because it gives it a nice creamy tropical taste. So I'm just going to put some of that in there. And to really turbocharge my weight management shake, all I'm going to do is add some plant-based protein. Now, I like plant-based protein because it's smoother on the gut. And often some proteins can be very hard on the gut, and especially if you take them, you might find that your stomach's a little gurgly, it gets a bit bloated, you get a bit gassy, all things that we don't want if we're on a weight management campaign. We certainly don't want the stomach distended. So I've gone for some plant-based protein. This one actually has got some hemp, some pea, and some cranberry, together with some medium-chain triglycerides from coconut, which help to speed up the metabolism even further. So it's a wonderful choice. The addition of protein means that you're going to feel even steadier. It's all about keeping those blood sugar levels, as I said, nice and steady. Now we're almost ready to go, but what I want to do is add a couple of nuts in here. Now you're probably thinking, hang on a minute, if I'm on a weight management campaign and you're recommending nuts, do they go together? Well, yes they do, because nuts are high in protein. They're going to provide you with extra protein that you need, and again, that helps with that satiety, feeling of fullness. So I had a couple of cashews in there, and because I'm from Australia, I have to go with some macadamia nuts because I love them as well. Really good source of minerals, really good source of protein, as I said, and more importantly, help us stay fuller up to lunchtime or to our morning snack. So I'm ready to go now. I really must encourage you before I blast this though, to add in the greens. Now you saw I put in the English spinach. Really important to get the greens in there. It's going to give us chlorophyll, help us with cleansing, help us with regularity. So go for the berries, but add a few greens in there. You're not going to taste them if you just do a handful. So on we go. So what you've got here is that deep purple colour, the blue, the red pigments all mixed together. Really high in flavonoids, really high in antioxidants. So good for weight management, so good for the immune system. And I tell you what, it tastes delicious, because there's no point as a nutritionist me talking about weight management if I'm going to give you something that doesn't taste nice. This is like a smoothie. You could also add some chia seeds in here, make it a little bit thicker. You could also pop it into the freezer, make some nice lollies. This is perfect for kids after school if you want to give them that, to give them something healthy, give them something that's going to give them nutrient density rather than calorie density, going to help them with cognitive function as well. So all you then do is pour yourself out this delicious, nutrient-dense weight management smoothie. Have it every morning for breakfast. One last thing, if you're someone who's skipping breakfast, you will not be able to achieve your weight management goals as successfully as if you have breakfast, because if you don't have breakfast every morning, you're really putting pressure on your adrenal glands. And what the body will do, it's like your body's own natural caffeine. It releases a lot of adrenaline, it releases cortisol, which on a biochemical level make it really difficult for you to metabolize fat. I spent many years lecturing and in my clinics trying to convince people that if they just cut out the calories in the morning, it's not necessarily going to make them thinner. It's not necessarily going to make you healthier. In fact, it often has the reverse effect. So what you need to do, have yourself one of these nutrient-dense super shakes every morning, and not only get your weight management goals, but get your overall health levels up. Cheers.